What is good, Windy City? Bear down. If you thought Ryan Poles was taking a nap after free agency, you are dead wrong. We have got absolute madness dropping today. First, a highly touted defensive tackle is emerging as our major draft target to fix this trench warfare. Then, the Myles Garrett pipe dream? We finally have a concrete answer from Adam Schefter. And to top it off, our boy Caleb Williams is in a bizarre legal battle over his nickname. Hit that subscribe button right now to stay locked into all things Bears.
Grayson Halton is officially on the Chicago Bears' radar as a prime target for the second day of the upcoming NFL Draft, and this could be exactly what our defensive line needs right now. Let us talk about what Ryan Poles is cooking up here in the Windy City, because despite all the moves we made during free agency, the interior defensive line remains a glaring hole on this roster. Our pass rush and run-stopping abilities up the middle simply have not been good enough to compete in the black and blue division of the NFC North. Grayson Halton brings that aggressive, relentless motor that Matt Eberflus absolutely loves in his defensive scheme. The front office knows that to dominate the line of scrimmage, we need fresh legs and absolute dogs in the trenches. Halton has been flying up draft boards recently due to his impressive strength, leverage, and ability to shed blocks under pressure. When you look at the current state of our defense, we have some solid pieces on the edge, but opposing quarterbacks are getting way too comfortable stepping up into the pocket. That is precisely where a guy like Halton comes into play. If we can secure him on day 2, it represents incredible value for a defense that is desperate for an interior disruptor. The Bears have heavily scouted him, and league insiders are whispering that Chicago is enamored with his raw potential and coachability. Developing a young, hungry defensive tackle alongside our established veterans could transform this unit from average to elite. The coaching staff understands that you cannot just rely on edge rushers to generate pressure. The push must come from the middle to collapse the pocket. Halton has shown flashes of brilliance on tape, displaying a quick first step that catches offensive linemen off guard. Free agency gave us some depth, but the draft is where you build long-term foundational pillars. Poles has shown a knack for finding serious value in the middle rounds, and targeting this specific position shows that the front office is fully aware of our weaknesses. The reality is that if the Bears want to make a deep playoff push, our defense cannot afford to get pushed around by run-heavy football teams. Adding Halton would immediately inject toughness and grit into a locker room that is hungry for success. We need players who embody the monsters of the Midway spirit, and this young man fits the profile perfectly. Keeping an eye on him during the draft will be crucial, as other teams are definitely starting to notice his rising stock. Chicago must act decisively to bring this talent to Soldier Field to compete this year.
Before we get into this absolutely heartbreaking trade news, make sure you smash that like button and let me know in the comments. Would you draft Grayson Halton on day 2 to fix our defense? Sound off below.
Myles Garrett will absolutely not be coming to the Chicago Bears, as our hopes for a massive blockbuster trade were completely crushed today when insider Adam Schefter confirmed the Cleveland Browns are not trading their superstar edge rusher. For weeks, the Windy City has been buzzing with wild speculation that Ryan Poles might pull off the unthinkable and bring the reigning Defensive Player of the Year to Soldier Field to solve our pass rush issues once and for all. Fans were literally photoshopping Garrett into the navy and orange jerseys, dreaming of a terrifying defensive line that would terrorize opposing quarterbacks every single Sunday. Sadly, reality just hit us like a brick wall. Schefter made it crystal clear that Cleveland views Garrett as an untouchable foundational piece, meaning the Bears front office must immediately pivot to alternative solutions. We all know that the pass rush was a major Achilles heel for us last season, and relying solely on Montez Sweat to carry the load is a recipe for absolute disaster. The defensive line needs another game changer on the opposite side to prevent double teams and keep the pressure relentless. While missing out on a generational talent like Garrett hurts our souls, it forces Poles to get extremely creative in the coming weeks. The free agent market has dried up significantly, but there are still a few veteran rotational pieces available who could provide temporary relief. Furthermore, the draft now becomes even more critical for addressing the edge rusher position early on. The Bears possess the draft capital to move up if they fall in love with a specific prospect, or they might explore the trade block for disgruntled players on other rosters. The harsh truth is that without a consistent pass rush, our promising secondary will be left vulnerable, and we cannot afford to waste the elite coverage skills of our defensive backs. Eberflus built his reputation on defensive dominance, and he knows better than anyone that games are won and lost in the trenches. This rejection from Cleveland is a massive wake-up call for the entire organization. We cannot sit around hoping for a miracle trade to fall right into our laps. The clock is ticking loudly, and the front office has to aggressively pursue realistic targets who can step in and make an immediate impact. Although Garrett would have instantly transformed this defense into a top 5 unit, we have to trust that Poles has a contingency plan locked and loaded. Keep your eyes glued to the transaction wire, because Chicago is definitely not done making moves. We are still hunting for that missing defensive puzzle piece this very week, guys. We really need it now.
Man, that Myles Garrett news hurts. What do you guys think? Are you devastated that we missed out? Or do you think Ryan Poles has a secret backup plan? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now.
Caleb Williams is currently dealing with an incredibly frustrating legal challenge regarding the trademark of his popular nickname, the Iceman, against an NBA legend, creating an unexpected off-field distraction. As our franchise quarterback prepares for his highly anticipated second season in the league, the last thing we want is him fighting courtroom battles instead of studying playbooks. The dispute stems from a clash with Basketball Hall of Famer George Gervin, who famously held the Iceman moniker throughout his legendary career. Williams has been trying to establish his brand and secure intellectual property rights, but Gervin and his legal team are aggressively blocking the trademark registration. This situation is more than just a silly argument over a nickname. It represents a significant business hurdle for our young signal caller. For a modern athlete, brand identity is worth millions of dollars in merchandising and sponsorships. However, from a pure football perspective, this entire ordeal is an unwanted headache for the Chicago Bears organization. We need Caleb completely locked in and mentally focused on taking that massive leap in year 2, not stressing over legal documents and trademark disputes. The jump from a rookie year to a sophomore season is statistically the most critical period for a young quarterback to develop his mechanics and command of the offense. Any energy spent dealing with lawyers is energy taken away from film study and off-season workouts. The Bears invested everything into Williams, believing he is the chosen one who will finally break our notorious quarterback curse. The front office and coaching staff must ensure they provide a solid support system around him to block out this external noise. Chicago media can be absolutely brutal, and the moment he struggles on the field, critics will immediately point to this trademark drama as a reason for his lack of focus. Fans here in the Windy City just want to see him throwing touchdowns, leading game-winning drives, and bringing pride back to Soldier Field. While we completely understand his desire to build a personal empire off the gridiron, his primary job is to win football games for the Bears. Luckily, Caleb has shown remarkable maturity and poise since arriving in Chicago, handling immense pressure with grace. We have to hope his management team can resolve this Iceman situation quickly and quietly behind closed doors. The regular season approaches rapidly, and the NFC North is shaping up to be extremely competitive this year. We cannot let a petty trademark battle derail the massive potential of our offensive unit. Caleb must remain composed and focused on football right now to lead this team to glory and success for the city of Chicago today. Let us go win it.
Let us take a step back and look at the big picture for our beloved Bears. Ryan Poles is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But completely missing out on Myles Garrett is a tough pill to swallow for this fan base. It forces us to lean heavily on the draft to fix the pass rush, which is exactly why the Grayson Holton rumors make so much sense right now. We desperately need trench warriors. Meanwhile, Caleb Williams has to keep his head buried in the playbook and ignore this trademark noise. The NFC North is not waiting for anyone, and if we want to dethrone Detroit and Green Bay, we cannot have distractions.
To wrap this all up, Bears Nation, we are in a crucial transitional phase of the offseason. The defense is actively hunting for that missing edge rusher, and our franchise quarterback is fighting unexpected off-field battles. But that is Chicago football for you. Nothing ever comes easy in the Windy City. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and tell me, who should the Bears target for the defensive line now that Garrett is off the table? Bear down, and I will catch you in the next video.